Hey all, welcome back to my adventures in Mega Man. And today we are doing a post-commentary. We are not actually going to be playing live for this part because, unfortunately, I learned the hard way, I guess you could say, that the game is not going to save your progress if you decide to turn it off and leave for the day. And that's what I did. So I had to replay the other Wily stages all the way up here, and gosh, that was annoying, but it's okay. It's one of the more interesting levels that we get to explore, at least in this case, because this one is the, like, entering the bowels of the Wily machine fortress factory thing. It's kind of weird, but it's been an interesting experience overall. And as I was jumping there to show, when you start right there with those enemies about to drop on you, so you have to move. Again, something I found out the hard way last time I played. Also something I found out the hard way is that the weapon energy does not refill itself after you finish a Wily stage, so I have no Thunder Beam to take this guy on. So I actually have to be careful. I was trying to defeat these enemies to try and actually refill my weapon energy, but that doesn't work very well, does it? Yeah. Not surprising, I suppose. This game is hard. When it comes to people that consider how hard Mega Man games are, they don't always talk about Mega Man 1, but I think it's more just because they don't think about it. Mega Man 1 is pretty hard, even with it being more basic and the weapons that you get from the Robot Masters not being that great. It's still a really challenging experience. There's definitely some tight jumps, there's definitely some really tough enemies. But playing this again, being my second time to really play it, I did at least find I liked it a little bit better than I did the first time, I think. I like the fire shield. I don't like that music looping thing. You've probably been hearing that the entire time, and that's basically because a wild wall attack will be thrown away, cannot return. Why are you talking like that? Anyway, now we're getting pushed by the water, so we're just running along with it. Now we gotta go fast. Sorry. But, I did always find that I like certain weapons a bit better now. I like the fire shield more. I like the ice slasher less, now that I know it can't hurt certain bosses. Including the final boss, which is annoying. If you're not gonna freeze it, at least hurt it. No, it doesn't even do that. I also don't like these enemies. God, again, what are you gonna really do, right? And I definitely don't like Hyper Bomb. Like, it really disappointed me to how worthless that really was. You know, there's always, like, in later Mega Man games, a certain Robot Master weapon that will seem lame, but it'll be really useful for, like, the final boss or something like that. Not even this was useful for that. It's just a useless weapon. Look at this. I try to pause and then I get smacked and yeah, horrible. But anyway, we're actually at the boss of this Wily stage 2. And this enemy has a big body and is fast. Use all possible weapons to overthrow this guy. And this one has a really weird name. It's like CW gosh, I don't even know how to say it. CWU01P. Okay, that's apparently what it's called. I got the CWU part right. But anyway, it's actually just a bunch of different robots. And they're pretty easy to destroy, it's just that they're big, so they're gonna smack into you. Eventually, you're gonna want to use these. You can use them at any time, but it's better to wait because they get faster. Each one is faster than the last. And by pure luck, I actually managed to guess right because I didn't realize that this was the last one. So, I luckily got to use all of my blocks, and I used them effectively, so bravo for me. At least we got to use Super Arm. Unfortunately, one of the worst abilities. I don't know if they fixed that for the PSP remake Mega Man Power Up. I don't think they did. I know that if you play as Gutsman in Mega Man Power Up, they have it so that you can at least summon a block. But I don't know if Mega Man himself can do that, and I don't think so. Which makes it a really disappointing ability. Even if they did include more blocks in the game itself. What I wish they included less of, though, were these things. They screw me up a lot. Right. I don't know. Like, we're getting closer to the end here, and I'm trying not to waste my time on this. I can't believe I stood on that Magna Beam, but unfortunately I wasted that power up on Magna Beam, so... And now we get to the weirdest part of this dang area. Gutsman statues. Or maybe miniature Gutsman? I don't know, there's a bunch of them all over here, and it doesn't really make sense why. And as I notice, I'm out of Thunder Beam. So the only thing I can do to destroy these enemies is use Firestorm, because Firestorm comes with a shield. So luckily, I can do that, it's just they're gonna shoot me if I'm not being careful, and, well, if you've even watched one part of this, even if you just watched this part, you'll know I'm not very careful. I try to be, it's just not as effective as I could be. It's like, alright, I'll just leave. I'll just leave! There we go. Like, I'm just trying to get this guy. And I'm like, wasting all this time trying to get, like, power-ups, and all I'm getting are score points, and this is like, I don't need these. Alright, so we get to this part. Watch out for railway track and lifts. Without using the Magna Beam, it might be difficult to overcome this. Man, what is with... Watch out for railway track and lifts. Like, that's such a weird way to word that. And watch out is not even a word as far as I know. So, yeah, as he's saying here, he wants you to use the Magna Beam to get over this. And, you can, but you can also use this track. And I'm gonna try to use the track. And I get punished by falling into thorns. Yeah, this was not my day. It seems like it's never my day when I'm playing this game. But yeah, that's another problem with this area, as you can notice. No checkpoint again. Luckily, I noticed that. And I hurry up there to get some Thunder Beam. So great. But unfortunately, they still will not give me anything but points. Like, come on. I need way more than that. And I'm trying to shoot them, but his natural inclination is to shoot left for some reason. Attempt new. Does that mean that Mega Man's left-handed? I mean, he immediately went to left when he should have been going to right, so I don't know. Yeah. It's crazy when you notice that weird gravity thing come into play. It's also really crazy that you have to wait for Magna Beam to fade before you can actually switch weapons. I don't understand it. But yeah, right now I'm trying to think, what do I need more? Firestorm or Thunder Beam? Because of the final boss. But I want the Thunder Beam. And it is a safe choice no matter what. I don't know if it's the boss weakness. We'll find out when we get there. But it is always effective to have. You're never gonna go wrong with it. More Thunder Beam, I know. What you are gonna go wrong with is trying to just destroy all these. Alright. Okay. Destroying all these enemies. What? 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 Why? What? You did see that, right? The enemy behind me respawned, died, had his pellet move over to the front, then I was confused, so I went over there, and then he respawned again, and it's like... What? I'm starting to wonder if, like, Thunder Beam... I wonder if it's because of screen wrap that maybe the Thunder Beam will hit? I don't know. But yeah, then I realized I could just do this. Wait for the Magnet Beam to fade. And then just wait for the platform to come around. Not here, because you're gonna fall. Wait for it to come back. And then we can get the special, epic, one-time find weapon energy thing. The Yasichi. That red item is Yasichi. All weapon energy will be revived. Well, revived is a weird word to use, Dr. Light, but you are correct. All the weapon energy is revived. Look at that. It's like we're starting fresh. It's fantastic. But yeah, now that we're done with that, there's only a few other things to take care of here. And I got scared there. I wasn't sure if that Magnet Beam or that lift was gonna let me drop. We have a boss rush. At least of the remaining 4. So let's take them down one at a time here. So I do something that I don't think I needed to do. So I step out of the area, which I don't think you need to do. The reason I did was because I thought that the bosses were going to drop weapon energy. So I did it because I figured, oh, I'll get weapon energy if I step out. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. So I think I could have just stayed inside the chamber the whole time, because essentially the moment the boss is killed, the chamber reactivates, so it'll immediately teleport you. This time is Bomb Man. Use the weakness weapon against him. And it's better to be in here because, aside from Fireman, I guess. Well, you know what, even for Fireman, because then I don't think he can touch you at all. He can only just shoot at you. The Bomb Man would have had a harder time getting his bombs to hit you. It will be hard to avoid Fireman's attack. Expect some damage from this. I think there is a pattern to it, and I think it is possible to dodge it, but I can never imagine myself doing that. If someone can, I'd love to see that. Bam! Yeah, don't forget to jump over that. You are not invincible in this. This, though, this is the worst. I hated this fight so much. So I wanted to use the weakness weapon against them, which is Hyper Bomb. I don't like Hyper Bomb. Boss on Parade should be the last one. Wily's just right there. Go for it! Alright. Boss on Parade. That's an interesting way to say a boss rush. But, yeah. We just have to defeat Gutsman and we can go to Wily, but Gutsman's really hard because he's constantly jumping around, and hitting him with the Hyper Bombs is so annoying. Like, look at this. I'm trying to hit him with it. But because he keeps running away from it, it's like every Hyper Bomb misses. And I would like to stay hidden in there, but I kinda can't, because he's still gonna throw those blocks at me, and I have to move out and throw a Hyper Bomb towards him. Oy. Well, the bad news is we had to cut. And I'll explain why we had to cut in a second, but first... Mega Man, we finally made it here. Now there is only Wily left. Destroy the evil and bring back the peace. Okay? So essentially, I had to cut because I wasn't sure if I wanted to split this into 1 part or 2 parts, but because the last stage was so short, and this final boss is going to be short even with the credits, it's kind of like, it's better just to have it as 1 final part. So, there we go. Attack Wily Machine's weak spot. If you are close to the enemy, you should be able to avoid the shots. Just like the old boss, use the weakness weapon. The old boss? Wouldn't it be more appropriate to say the other bosses? Or even just the old bosses? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Firestorm was not enough to save my life. Unfortunately, well, I keep calling it like a calling it like a shield weapon. It's not really. It's a nice, like, aura effect that helps defeat enemies, but it's not enough to save you. And I probably didn't need to pick that up. I could probably just do it with the amount of Firestorm ammo I have, but I was just being safe. either way, it's fine. This boss is very simple to take down. Even if I didn't have Fire Soul, I think I'd be okay, but... Oh yeah, I'm checking to see if the text changes at all. For some reason I keep thinking it will, when it never does. I'm pretty sure it's based off of the area that you're in, so it will change. Well, this fight's not that hard. You just have to... Basically, he shoots where you are, not where you're going, so just know where you are and keep moving. I'm trying to do it Mega Buster style, but that takes a while. And unfortunately, that was not a smart move on my part. Why was it not a smart move on my part? Well, because even with me trying to use Firestorm to its ability, I still died. So again, not very smart on my part, but that's okay. We will beat this. We can do this. We just have to last a little longer. I guess to get back to a point that I was discussing, the music. So, the music is remixed in the game, and I think that had something to do with the looping issue, but I don't know for sure. I couldn't find a lot of information when I looked into it, and I'm guessing they screwed up the music somehow when they were trying to put in the remixes. But to be fair, I really like the remixes, so I guess it's fine. Unless it was in the original version of the game. So yeah, now I'm just like, alright. So nothing else works except for this, because even though it's not a weakness weapon, it's fantastic range. That Thunder Beam going straight is perfect. Thunder Beam going up makes it great too. It's like, yeah, this is a way to really go through Wily's health. And I think the posture can work on this too, but I don't know for sure. Either way, I figured, you know what? I'll take him down one last time with the Mega Buster. Mega Man has ended the evil domination of Dr. Wily and restored the world to peace. However, the never-ending battle continues until all destructive forces are defeated. Fight Mega Man for everlasting peace. And that is it. What a crazy wild ride full of wonderful fun and tons of frustration. The sequels will be better. I was kind of hoping to get this to 10 parts because there's 10 Mega Man games of the main series, but that's not going to be in Mega Man 11 apparently. It was just announced recently, so I guess it's fine to just be 9 parts. Isn't that right, Rock, in your original outfit? Finally get to see what he looks like, and it's kind of weird. I don't know, it's the hair. He kind of makes him look like he's from the 50s. Very 50s hairstyle, but that's fine. Because Rock saved the day. He was a super fighting robot. He was our Mega Man. And now that we're done with Mega Man, I can't wait to continue more Mega Man games in the future.